All right, folks, what an incredible time of the year. Brian Blessing, BangTheBook.com. Glad to be with you in Las Vegas. The Superbook, they've got 400 props up, and we're going to soldier on. We'll give you a number of props all week long. Let's focus on the Eagles and their offensive players and some of the props that are available to you. We start with total rushing attempts by LeGarrette Blount. 7.5 is the over-under number on Blount. The prop, will he score a touchdown? Well, the no is minus 240. One thing you know is if they're on the doorstep, he is their goal line back. So there may actually be some value in playing Blount on that particular prop at the plus price. How about total rushing yards by Corey Clement? Over under 9.5. This is a kid that he only gets it a handful of times, but he's capable of busting a decent one. That may be one to take a peek at as well. There are receiving yards for Clement as well. He is utilized as a third down back, over under 13.5 receiving yards. How about some of the wideouts? You get Alshon Jeffrey, over under 52.5 yards. 19.5 would be the longest completion, the over under for Jeffrey on that particular prop. And total receptions for him, over under 3.5. Every player's got a number attached to it. How about Nelson Aguilar, over under 43.5 receiving yards, and the longest reception for him, over under 16.5. And again, so much of this goes into what your handicap of the game is. In many respects, individual players on offense go over the props when it's the team that's behind, because they're in catch-up mode, and then the opposing defense sometimes goes into a prevent and gives them yardage underneath to take time off the clock. So, a lot of this depends on who you think may win the game. Torrey Smith, receiving yards, over under 33.5. I got news for you. Torrey Smith can get that on one reception. So there's some really interesting ones, from an Eagles perspective. You look at Nick Foles, what is he going to do here? The question is, when you think of Belichick, he'll want to take away your best option. With the Eagles, what is their best option? I mean, the jury's way out on that. Who could be the focal point of a game plan here? And Peterson's going to try to dial this up based on what he believes that Bill Belichick's going to try to take away. Could it be the tight end become one of the key positions? And the numbers telling you maybe that's the case here with Ertz, 58.5 receiving yards. Longest reception by the tight end, over under 18.5. And how about it? Receptions. Total receptions for Ertz in this game is listed at 5. And will he score a touchdown? No is minus $2, plus $1.70. Value on the tight end, who could be very valuable in the red zone. And don't forget, you got the other tight end, Brent Selleck, who could also be a sneaky part of the puzzle. So you try to dissect the Eagles' offense. I think it's a tough one because they go 4 deep at running back, and they spread it around with tight ends and wide receivers. Which guy's the guy? This is a real Rubik's Cube when you're trying to dissect the props, looking at the Eagles offensively. Don't forget the Bang the Book Sports Betting Podcast. Adam Burke does a great job. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. We got a lot more coming your way from Las Vegas, gearing up for the big game.